Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat ng Sabado. Ako po si Radyo Man Jenny Pahilanga. Welcome po sa Kwentong Bayani at syempre kasama po natin ang ating partner, si partner Jojo Armenta. Ayan. Partner, magandang umaga.
Narinig po ba ako?
Loud and clear and happy birthday!
Thank you so much. Thank you. Maraming salamat. At magandang umaga po ng Sabado sa inyong lahat sa mga nakikinig at nanonood sa ating programang Kwentong Bayani. Good morning, partner.
Nako, partner, ang bilis naman ng araw. This is the last Saturday for the month of November, di ba?
Yes. At next week ay Disyembre na.
25 days. Ano na, Pasko na.
Oo, I can feel the breeze of Christmas. Actually, pag gabi, super lamig na, no? Nafe-feel mo na talaga na Pasko na.
Grabe, pag madaling araw, lalo ang lamig. Anyway, partner, happy long month anniversary pa rin sa BCYF.
At still, we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Benita and Catalia Foundation. At patuloy kami nagpapasalamat, no, dahil sa 30 years na tinagal ng foundation, napakadami nating nakasama at patuloy na nakakasama, sumusuporta sa mga programa at proyekto ng foundation.
Congratulations and more anniversaries to come. Invite mo natin sila, partner. Tutuko kayo sa DZXL News. Live po tayo sa ating Facebook, ayan, na social media accounts. At sa TikTok, meron din tayo partner sa Twitter at saka sa YouTube. Type nyo lang po, DZXL News. Live po kami. Kwentong Bayani, hatid sa inyo ng RMN at ng BCYF. Partner, eto na. Sino nga bang ating magiging panauhin sa umagang ito?
Yes, dahil nga nabanggit natin na we're still celebrating the 30th anniversary. Very important tong person na to kasi we are planning a big event, no? Although it's virtual, mamaya i-explain niya kung ano yon for the 30th anniversary of BCYF. So, ang makasama natin ngayong umaga ay isa sa mga punong abala ng event na ito. So, to know more about it, pakilala ko na partner Jenny.
Go ahead, kasama. Partner. Please do the honor.
Our guest for this morning is actually a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, a major in Marketing Management in National University Manila, and taking Masters in Business Administration with specialization in Marketing Management in Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila. He took his master's, no? And now, currently, he's the OIC Director of Community Extension or NSTP ng National University Dasmariñas. Ongoing and accomplished community programs, initiated community projects institutionally. Siya rin yung mga nag-initiate ng Project Impact, no, that is focused on microplastic advocacies. Kaya naman, bagay na bagay talaga sa BCYF. A partner of BCYF, social media awareness and campaigns about microplastics. So, ang ating pong kasama this morning is the OIC Director and Technical Working Committee Head of the BCYF 30th Anniversary Celebration. Walang iba kundi si Manuel Logatok. Good morning, Manuel.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Can I be heard?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay.
Oo, talagang, good morning. Talagang Manuel ba, Sir, o Manny? Ano bang nickname? Manuel talaga?
You can call me M po. E-M. Actually, Manny before, then nag-evolve din siya. Naging M na lang siya.
Okay. Welcome to Kwentong Bayani and happy anniversary. And how are you today, Sir M?
Doing good, ma'am. And very good in terms of preparation sa aming magiging event next week.
Wow,
yeah.
Okay. So,
busy yan, si M.
Hindi halata oo. Fresh na fresh pa rin. Una nating tanong, Sir M, ano po ang ating involvement dito sa BCYF?
Alright. Again, thank you for this opportunity, no, that I was being invited. And basically, I am the technical working committee head of the BCYF 30th anniversary this coming November 30. So I am I am in charge, no, in communicating, in, of course, the technical, from program to guest performers, sharers, no? And even yung mga Bible readers din po natin. So, may mga hinihintay lang kaming mga event, no? I mean, mga personal pa, no? From the different regions or even nationwide po, ma'am, no? So, I've been receiving messages from Mindanao, Visayas, no, and Luzon for them to be part of this nationwide online event.
Wow, ang laki pala ng tungkulin na ano no gagampanan ni Sir M, partner Jojo.
Oo. So, kamusta yung stress level mo?
Sabi ko partner hindi halata ah.
Fresh
Okay
na
naman
fresh
po.
siya.
Opo,
Okay naman.
with the help and of course support of our founder Sir Yap and Sir Errol and of course Sir Ma'am Dani, no. We have already identified the schedule for final meeting, dry runs, no, and already scheduled a calendar for this for that event on November 30.
Okay.
That's great. So, kasi we are actually, this program is more like getting to know the people that we are guesting. So, in a personal level then. So, aside from talking about BCYF and what you do in BCYF, no, we wanna ask you, ikaw naman, nakita namin nabanggit ko nga kayo yung few projects that you've initiated. What is your personal advocacy?
All right. For me, my personal advocacy is about livelihood, sustainable livelihoods and environments, no. Since I am connected currently in National University Dasmariñas, we really tend to make sure that our community, no, has something to be proud of, no, in terms of community projects and programs, no. That's why for me, talagang naniniwala ako na kapag may mga pagkakataon tayo na tumulong, no, mai-share natin yan sa mga bata, lalo na nasa academe po tayo, so madali po nating matap ang mga student. Sabi nga po natin, yung mindset ng mga student na yan, kailangan ma-empower natin so that we can bring out the best on them. We can bring out the best in terms of academics, we can bring out the best in terms of community. So, and I believe na in these platforms, in these initiatives, no, naniniwala ako na makakatulong, no, in a simple manner or steps yung ating mga inisyatibo. In terms of livelihood, so sabi nyo nga po, ako po ay graduate. No, thank you for introducing me. I am a graduate of marketing management, no, and I already took my masters, no. Specialization din is marketing, no. So kung mapapansin nyo, I am basically hindi naman malayo sa community and then sa business, no. That's why I really make sure na yung field ko pa rin po ay napapractice ko, and I make sure na yung mga community na meron tayo, they really need to be resourceful, no, at the same time ma-discover nila na may mga talagang bagay na makakatulong sa kanila, no, in terms of livelihood and environment.
Yun, more on din naman pala, no? Livelihood and environment pala ang focus ni Sir M, ano? Sir M, tayo sa BCYF, yung personal CSR, no? Basically po is yung ating pinaka commitment, ano, at advocacy. Sa inyo pong palagay, Sir M, bakit kailangang suportahan ng ating mga kababayan, mga nanonood, nakikinig tayo po, no? Itong ating advocacy ng BCYF, yun nga yung personal CSR, Sir M.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I really believe na we need to support this advocacy. It's because malaki ang nagiging ambag po nito sa community. But before I answer that, let's have a short context, no, why it is being called personal CSR, or what we call CSR 3.0. So if you notice, no, if we think something about community, we initially think about CSR or corporate social responsibility. But BCYF, no, translate them into citizenship, sustainability, and responsibility. So before personal CSR po, we have what we call CSR 1.0 or what we call traditional CSR. Ibig sabihin, kapag naisip natin ng CSR, talagang gusto lang natin tumulong sa kapwa-tao. Gusto natin ma-extend yung services na meron tayo at mabigyan sila, no, ng mga needed nila, no? Ayun po yung traditional CSR. And then, pag naman naisip natin na talagang, ay baka need nito ng long-term plans, no? Or talagang need nito ma-empower, ma-train, etc., you are now leveling your thinking into CSR 2.0 or what we call transformative CSR, na kung saan you have already a concern with those activities or project that you brought into them, no? Ibig sabihin, naantig ka na talaga, no? At magagawa mo na meron ka talagang matutulungan. Ngayon, dumating sa point na sa tingin mo na need talaga nila, no? And this is something that gusto mo na, interesado ka na, no? Diyan papasok si personal CSR. Ibig sabihin, collectively, when many individuals make CSR 3.0, a lifestyle and live of active citizens contributing to social development, which will continually build a better society. Ibig sabihin, for me, that's why we need to really support, no, personal CSR, kasi kapag nag-start sa ating sarili ito, ibig sabihin ng bawat isa na nakita nila yung potential nila na pwede pala silang tumulong, pwede pala silang may kakayahan pala, no, they are capable to extend their help, no, kahit estudyante pa yan, kahit young professional pa yan, or kahit wala pa siyang sa tingin nila na wala pa siyang capability na in terms of finances, no? Talaga makikita natin na bawat isa sa atin ay makakatulong sa kapwa-tao. That's why malaki ang nagagawa po, no? Ang malaki ang contribution ng personal CSR, because if you think personally, no, if you think CSR na nanggagaling mismo sa sarili natin, kapag lahat po ganun ang thinking, we can contribute well to the community.
Wow, very well said naman, partner Jojo. Talagang importante yun, maliit man o malaki, diba? Basta ating pagtulong. Ayan, partner Jojo.
Very na-absorb na ni M yung advocacy ng BCYF. You explained it so well. So, na-miss ko naman yung mga times na we were explaining it to other people, but I'm glad that you're there and you really know what BCYF is, is the value and the advocacy itself. So, it's really a commitment. When we talk about personal CSR is a lifestyle, you mentioned that though. I was the one who really actually pushed for that, to coin that sa BCYF. When you say personal CSR is a lifestyle, ikaw, in a personal level, what are those particular small things that you do that you can share to our viewers na tingin mo it could create a big impact?
All right. Yeah. I just want to commend the word lifestyle, no, because it's a routinary. Ibig sabihin, ginagawa natin for a daily basis, no. And for me, since ako po ay nasa academe and I am also educator, so I always make sure na whenever I teach, no, whenever I deliver my topic to all my students, I make sure that it has to be an integration of community. No, it has to be a relationship, no, with the community na kung saan makakatulong sila. Since I am also teaching NSTP and at the same time business management, no, subjects, no, I make sure that at the end of the day may realization ng mga bata, no, yung mga estudyante natin na lahat ng ginagawa natin, it's something to do with our community. That's why you need to think creatively and disruptively, which in fact, makakatulong dapat iyon sa community natin. So, that's why I am really glad na nasa academe din tayo kasi nga sabi ko nga po, ay malaki ang nagiging influence natin sa bata. No? That's why ayun po yung ginagawa ko as a lifestyle.
Yun ang maganda, no? Yung maganda at maimpluwensya natin sa mga bata, no? Kung saan, sabi nga, paano nga ba nila gagayahin yun, di ba? Tsaka may isa sa katuparan yung ating personal advocacy sa BCYF. So, tayo rin yun, di ba? Sir M, sabi nga, tutulong sa kanila para ma-attain nila yun, yung mga ganong klaseng magandang halimbawa, yung personal advocacy. Ayan, nandyan para sa ating BCYF. Yes. Partner?
Yeah. And ito, at related to sa pinag-uusapan natin na importance of academe. So, since nandiyan ka naman sa loob, M, nandiyan ka sa loob, parang ano, nandiyan ka sa industry ng education. No, let's put it to that. What do you think is yung role ng mga educators in the schools, no, to mold the minds of the young people nowadays, especially sa napakadaming nangyayari sa paligid natin, no? We can source different information from different channels. So what do you think would be the role of the university and the educators in molding the minds of the young ones?
Thank you, Ma'am Jo. That's a very good question, no? Especially relevant question, no? Since nasa academe po tayo, very crucial or challenging sa atin to really inspire students, no? But one thing is for sure, no? May mga estudyante na lalabas sa ating institution na talagang ikaka-proud po natin. And I just want to integrate the core values of National University. So we have 5 core values in National University that we basically look forward, no, and we basically practice, no, so that before we leave, no, before we graduate, or at least nagstay kami dito sa institution, nakikita namin yung bata nagstay, no, we are now imparting that core values, no. Number 1 is integrity. So malaki ang role ng institution sa integridad ng isang estudyante, because it reflects who and what they are, and being honest, being fair, being just, no, and being what should they do, no, and what should they think it is right, no. So that is very good, no, na may empower natin sa bata. Pangalawa po is innovation. So naniniwala po kami, same with the BCYF, na we continuously need to introduce creative change in something established, not for the sake of change itself, but with the purpose of constantly improving and being responsive to the times. So alam po naman natin, the only permanent in this world is change. So we need to always innovate something para po tayo ay maka-adapt. No, kapag may nakikita tayong mga, for example, need sa society natin as a student, kailangan ma-relate niya yung sarili niya and makapag-introduce siya ng something innovative. Number 3 is resilience po. No, evidence of the strength of our character being a Filipino. We are not easily discouraged by trials and tribulations, but we know how to roll with the punches and spring back into actions. No, kaya kailangan talaga nating i-nurture ang mga bata, kasi dito natin pwede nating empower sila na maging resilient, hindi lang sa academics, maging resilient emotionally, physically, no, or what we call holistical approach. Number 4 is patriotism. So basically, nationalism is rightfully at the center of our institution and community. We display undying and devoted love for our country and everything that it stands for. So at the end of the day, we should always be proud to be a Filipino. That's why kailangan ma-nurture natin ang mga bata, kasi for sure may mga pagkakataon na lalabas sila ng ibang bansa, no, or talagang ipapakita nila na we are a Filipino and we need to go back to what kung saan tayo nagmula, no, at yun dapat natin ipakita sa buong mundo. And last but not the least, of course, being compassionate, or what we call compassion. This shows how much we value people. We can feel what they feel, and we can treat each one with care and understanding regardless of any situation. At the end of the day, lagi namin sinasabi sa mga estudyante namin na we need always to be a compassionate one. Kasi hindi natin alam yung mga mga stress, yung mga situation ng bawat isa, no? We have different stress levels. Sabi niyo nga po kanina kung nai-stress ako, no? But it seems na hindi naman po ako totally nai-stress. But it doesn't mean na yung mga taong nakapaligid sa akin ay hindi rin nai-stress. That's why we always make sure na we need to be more compassionate. So yun po ang sa tingin kong makakatulong bakit mahalaga ang schools, no, in building the youth, no. Ayun po.
Kasi yung yung eskwelahan, yun na yung paaralan, yun na yung pangalawang bahay natin, di ba?
Yes,
Partner Jojo,
yes,
Sir M. So talagang dyan hinuhubog yung ating mga bata at kabataan para sa magiging magandang isang disiplinado, di ba, na mamamayan ng ating Pilipinas.
Yes po.
At saka very relevant na we talk about this kasi nag-iiba na ngayon yung kumbaga yung pag-iisip ng mga kabataan ngayon, 'di ba? I'm still part of the bata pa rin naman.
Yes naman yan, alam mo yan, part.
But the generation kasi the Gen Z, the Gen Z era is really something that we should give really much attention kasi us na ganitong age na medyo marami na rin natutunan, naranasan, we can impart something to them that they can be guided along the way on the decisions that they will make, the beliefs and principles that they can, adopt and values that they can adopt eventually in this lifetime. So, very crucial talaga pag-usapan yan. So, thank you and for sharing that thoughts, no. At marami pa tayong pag-uusapan, partner, na related to young people kasi since nasa academe ka and nasa education industry ka, we can really dig deeper on the role of the educators and the schools in molding the minds of the young people.
Ayan. Marami pa tayong malalaman kay Sir M. Kaya tutok lamang ho kayo. Napakaganda po na aming pinag-uusapan also in celebration of the 30th anniversary ng BCYF. Magbabalik po kami. Meron lang ho tayong ilang mga paalaala. Ayan, babalik kami ni partner Jojo at ni Sir M. Dito pa rin sa programang
Kwento Bayani.
Bayani. Oras natin, 10:28. Balik po tayo sa Kwentong Bayani. Ngayong araw nito ng Sabado, last Saturday for the month of November. Kasama po rin po ang inyong radyoman, Jenny Pahilangay at partner, Jojo Armenta. Partner.
Magandang umaga po muli sa inyong lahat. And kasama po natin ang isa sa mga committee and punong abala ng DCYF 30th anniversary, si Manuel Laglugatok, or tawagin natin M.
Ayan.
Good morning, M.
Sir M.
Hi po, again, good morning.
Gusto ko lang mas lawakan yung paliwanag ni Sir M. Pag sinabing Technical Working Committee of the BCYF 30th anniversary, bukod doon sa sinabi mo kanina, Sir, ano pa yung mga pinaka tungkulin po natin at ginagawa pa rin mas maging abala dito po sa Technical Working Committee natin?
Alright. Sabi ko nga po, tayo po ay naka-assign sa technical committee, no, wherein all the guests, no, or sharers na meron tayo all over the Philippines or nationwide, we really make sure na sila po ay ma-acknowledge properly, no, so that I already created a committee within this NU Dasmariñas, within our campus po, na kung saan may mga student volunteer din po tayo. So in terms of program, I am keep communicating with Ma'am Dani, and we make sure na yung mga nagre-register po ay mapapadalahan ng link or at least ng FB page link po natin.
So this is more on the social media talaga, Sir M.
Yes po, social media.
That's why it's a technical talaga, partner, no? Mahirap ba, Sir? Mas madali lang ngayon?
Before, no, since ako po this is my first time, but in terms of event management naman or in terms of activity, ay hindi naman po iba sa akin, no. Ang kakaiba lang po or medyo challenging lang yung pag-communicate sa iba, since yung time po namin, sometimes we've been receiving inquiries kapag late night na. So syempre mga audience po natin, they came from the different organization, from private sector, academic sector, hospitals, military, no, and so on, government, foundation. So lahat po yan ay ina-accommodate po natin. Ayun po.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Sir M. Yes, partner?
Yes, and question, kasi I know how it feels to organize an event with BCYF particularly. Ano naman yung mga napipick up mong lessons along the way of organizing this specific event?
Um, Actually marami po, no? Unang-una diyan is we make sure na align yung ating ginagawa sa mission and vision ng ating organization, which is the BCYF, no? And of course, communication, no? And patiently waiting for the updates and confirmation. So I am also trained naman for that kind of character, no, for that kind of when we are dealing people, no, and it's good po na yung mga nakakausap natin, they are really also humble rather, no, they are very good in talagang makikita mo na yung kausap mo pala mga major na ng military from Mindanao, makakausap mo executive director na pala, no, or even heads na pala ng kanilang organization. So it's a humble experience for me po, and I hope na with this kind of event, no, mas mapakita natin, no, tayo ay committed po sa kung ano ang vision and mission ng BCYF.
Yun ang maganda doon, di ba? Pero tayo kasi more on, tayo technical tayo, di ba? Sabi mo nga, Sir M kanina. Pero may mga inaasahan din ba tayo na mga live po natin na events po for BCYF? Kung meron tayo, Sir M?
Yung mga like for example within the event po ba, or for the upcoming events po?
Mga upcoming events po.
Upcoming, yes po. Actually, ang Enya Dasmariñas po and BCYF, we've been partnered since February. No? We launched already Project Impact about microplastic. So, since then, we've been posting po awareness or campaign about microplastic.
Okay.
So, since kami po ay 2021 pa lang nag-start, so basically, wala pa kaming mga graduate pa ng college or at least mga capstones and technologies. So, more on advocacies po kami. So, that's why we aim, no, we keep aligning our commitment dito sa Enya Dasmariñas na habang kami ay nag-advocate po ng microplastic, no, in partnership with BCYF, ay nakikita namin yung pag-volunteer ng mga bata, no. For example, kapag may mga event na pwedeng atinan online or on-site, pwede po silang umattend, no. And yun po din, no, isa sa mga kino-consider namin yung volunteerism, which is in fact part din po ng advocacy ng BCYF.
Bakit mas maganda nagfo-focus din tayo, Sir M, sa volunteerism?
Yes, ma'am, because in my experience, no, I am also a product of student volunteers, no. But despite of being student volunteers, no, while may plus pa po yan, plus working student, plus academic scholar, etc. So marami po akong function during my college, no? And that experiences, I would really love to share that, because volunteerism at the end of the day, it's something that worth fulfilling. It's something na hindi siya maaagaw sa atin, hindi siya agad-agad kumbaga hindi natin agad-agad mabibigay, no, or maaangkin ng iba, na rather. It's because naniniwala po tayo na at the end of the day, basically we are being compensated. For example, sa work natin, sa trabaho natin. Pero kapag may mga volunteer works po, no, talagang makikita mo, ay, despite na emotionally drained ka na, for example, no, at pagod ka na, pero pag may mga nilook forward ka po mga volunteer works like activities, donations, brigada eskwela, tree planting, blood donation, no, talagang makikita mo, ay, ang ganda, ang sarap po mag-accommodate, maging part ng organizing team, at makita mo na sa simpleng pagmamanage mo ng crowd, ng crowd, no, pagiging part mo ng medic, no, it's something na ika-proud mo. Kasi sabihin mo sa sarili mo, for example, in me or sa mga student, despite na ikaw ay busy academically, you try to find time pa rin, no, to volunteer. That is something na talagang malaki ang magiging contribution mo.
Very fulfilling the word, di ba?
Would you say yung pag-volunteer mo, it changed your life?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. It really changed my life in terms of seeing the community beyond what it is being paid for. Ibig sabihin, nakita ko na yung mga gawain pala natin, no, yung mga task na binibigay sa atin, ito ay talagang need natin because part yan ng job description natin. But one thing na talagang nag-excel in terms of responsibility natin is yung meron kang natatap or nagkakaroon ng transformation yung mga community na meron ka. So in NU Dasmariñas, ma'am, we've been doing that, no, extension activities to our adapted schools, community, na kung saan talaga lahat ng programs namin dito, for example, we try to align with their competency, no, from donations to art workshop to disaster seminar to donating software, no, to the barangay para mabigay or magawa nila, no, at magamit nila sa barangay hall and something like that, no. So talagang nakakatulong at nakikita namin yung magiging contribution namin sa community.
Okay. Ang galing, partner?
Yes. Yung question, ito related din sa pinag-usapan natin kanina before we took a break, yung role ng educators at role ng academe when it comes to molding the minds of young people, no? I just wanna go back to that. Like, ano naman yung parang importance or relevance ng educators and academe in helping these young people to be more aware about nation building.
All right.
Yeah, about nation building.
Okay po. Basically, ang educators and academe, they are one. We are one. No? So we always make sure na yung mga educators po na nasa academe, they are also aligned with the vision and mission na meron tayo. No? So despite na diverse ang ating mga, for example, mga faculty po, mga educators, no? At the end of the day, we have what we call alignment, no, na kung saan dun kami ang direction. So in National University, I just want to share po, we have 3 pillars, no. We are in teaching, research, and community. So basically, because nasa academic po kami, students or the stakeholders expected for us to be effective educator. Kasi nasa education po kami because we need to produce we must produce quality education. And in terms of research naman po, dapat ang mga faculty ay into research din. That's why kami po ay sa National University, we have different, kami po ay expanding na, no, from Luzon, ngayon nasa Mindanao na, magkakaroon din po kami ng mga sa NU Davao, NU Bacolod, sa Visayas, no, and Cebu, I believe naka-post na rin naman po sa Facebook iyon. So ibig sabihin po, we need to keep researching. We need to do research, no, kasi naniniwala kami na kapag kami ay into research po, ang mga faculty natin ay madali na pong ma-relay sa mga bata. And last is yung extension or community. Kaya po malaki ang contribution ng community po. It's because isa po 'yon sa mga inaalagaan or ine-expect sa amin as educators. Na kung saan na dapat kami as educator, dapat nag-e-extend kami ng aming services sa community. Hindi porket business ka, business sector ka lang. You need to find ways, no, or programs or project na talagang align doon, like livelihood sa mga sectors like PWD, solo parent, etc. No, or kung ikaw are architecture, so dapat yung align mo, yung mga project or programs mo align doon, like beautification. Recently we had a talk with Hydroponics Cavite, for example. So magkakaroon ng possible training, no, or possible commitment ni NU Dasmariñas in terms of hydroponics. So papasok diyan si computer engineering for technology, CIT, and so on. So the top point here is that being educator, no, hindi mag-stop lang po sa pagtuturo. No, we just need to keep learning, no, more and more so that our student maituturo namin yung relevance about sa community.
Tama.
Yung mga dapat mapunan, yung mga gap na hindi pa napupunan before, kami po yung magpupunan nun. At kapag hindi pa rin napunan, yung mga student naman po yung magpupunan. It's a cycle. That's why we need to be trained and equipped.
Yeah, mas maganda kasi yung let them experience kung ano yung tinuturo mo. Like, di ba, para matularan nila. Pinaka-importante
Yes, ma'am.
yun, di ba? Yes. Yes, partner?
Oo. And it's just like, yun nga, parang yung educators kasi and academics, sabi mo kanina, is has a big role talaga. Like, pag pinagsama-sama yung volunteerism, yung teaching them how to be more courageous in going out there,
Yes.
thinking out of the box. Alam mo yan, kasi marasa marketing ka, di ba?
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
always have to think out of the box, and you para masana yung mga estudyante or mga kabataan na hindi lang nagre-revolve sa kanila yung mundo. You know, there's more outside the four corners of their classroom that they can look at and be aware of, for them to extend their hand and help them, no? And I think NU has been a great partner for BCYF. I was there when the memorandum of agreement or understanding was signed. I'm happy that until now NU has been supporting the advocacy of BCYF, and it's just amazing that we are nagkakaroon tayo ng mas marami pang tao like you na na-meet ko lang recently, no, who's also passionate about these advocacies that we have. So we are grateful in behalf of the foundation. We are so grateful to NU and to UM for being so committed and passionate about pushing this advocacy, no? Amazing. Okay, so let's talk about yung mismong mangyayaring Alive, no? This I think I've announced this like 3 weeks ago already. We have the poster already up, no, in the Facebook page of CYF. So what's gonna happen sa Alive? Like, what's the flow of the event?
Right. Thank you, Ma'am Jo. This coming November 30, we will be celebrating the 30th anniversary of BCY.
Thursday, right?
Thursday po yan. So we'll start at 8 a.m. to 12 noon. So, but you can join already at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. for registration, or at least viewing the initial or the highlights of BCYF through AVP or audiovisual presentation. So, and then we will start at 8 a.m. And from 8 a.m. The program will start, no, from opening statement, no, to sharings, no. And I just want to also take this opportunity that in the content of the program is something that is very, ang gusto kasi ng ating founder, si Sir Yap, no, it's more on family driven, no. It's more on na talagang para silang nagkakasiyahan lang, no. Wala masyadong mga technical or mga lumilipad-lipad diyan, yung mga, di ba, aware naman tayo na kapag Gen Z or yung mga tech savvy tayo, may mga gusto natin. But this time, gusto ng ating founder, it's just a simple celebration, but yet remarkable one.
Wow.
That's why we invited different sharers po. So they will be discussing or sharing their experiences in live, no. Ibig sabihin, we will let them we will ask them to open their camera and then share their experiences, no. And also we expect that we will be having different performers, singers, dancers, or even musicians, no, to share their of course talent with us. So, and then basically this momentous active event, no, just to highlight, no, is also a celebration of the traditional Heroes Day, no, as BCYF believes that heroic deeds should be or are usually anchored on a strong faith and proper values. So, because of BCYF, since alam po natin na it's a 20-year-old organization turning 30, para magbe-birthday lang, no? Promotes personal social responsibility or 3.0. Ayun yung kailangan po nating i-make sure mas maintindihan ng bawat isa, no? Yung CSR 3.0. meron na palang CSR 3.0, no? Alam lang natin 1.0, 2.0, ngayon CSR 3.0, which all programs, no, and activities are laid out throughout the year and conclude every November, which is BCYF's final highlights, the BCYF anniversary month. So during this month po, the foundation conducts series of activities to review the fiscal year and to celebrate another year of accomplishments. So traditionally po, BCYF holds a year-end Advent recollection with all members of the board, various councils, partner organizations, staff, and volunteers. Thus, the objective of this year's celebration is to encourage continuous knowledge development by creating a repository of best practices in volunteer works from various sectors such as academe, which is part po kami at part ng ibang mga sector, business, military, government, foundation, and the like. So additionally, it aims to facilitate relevant information, success stories, and lessons from those invited resource speakers or sharers, Bible readers, performers, while also assisting professionals in establishing and strengthening their networks and connections with other institutions which promote volunteerism. Yan. And able to highlight the role of the faith and values in good work, CSR, good citizenship, and volunteer work. So it's all about po doon ang pag-uusapan at mag-enjoy for sure. No, we expect that everyone will enjoy with that event.
Wow, grabe ang haba nun, partner. Siguro Sir M, ano naman ang mensahe mo ngayon for the 30th anniversary ng BCYF? Any inspirational message, Sir M?
All right. In connection with the theme na this coming November 30, Alive. Alive is basically from the
Alive.
From Sir Yap, no, siya po yung basically sila po ang nag-isip niyan. Dinutuan lang namin, no, strengthening the role of faith and values in volunteerism. So at the end of the day, no, tayo po, no, if tayo ay nagvo-volunteer, no, kahit pa sabihin nating personal CSR yan or yung iba, naiisip pa lang traditional CSR or at least meron silang transformative CSR, anything about CSR. At the end of the day, we should always highlight the role of faith and values. No? Ibig sabihin po, lahat ng ginagawa natin, it should always anchored in faith and values na meron tayo. No? Ibig sabihin, dapat na-empower natin ang mga ang community, hindi lang ang community, pati yung sarili natin. Because if we think that we are being empowered, if we think that we are really ready, no, to be committed, no, in serving the community, normally or naturally lalabas po yun sa atin at naturally din makakapag-inspire tayo ng ibang tao. And I always wanted to make sure that yung ginagawa po natin always for the best, no? Ibig sabihin, I'm not saying perfect tayo because everyone is imperfect po, no? But if you do perfectly, no, ibig sabihin if you do your best, no, at kapag may nakita ka na sa tingin mong failed ka or na-reject ka, you still have better option. And if you still receive rejection or failure, you still have good option. So that's why we always make sure that our task or our responsibility is towards your best, no? Kaya tayo po sa mga may mga background for volunteering works, no, nagvo-volunteer, malaki po ang tulong ninyo, malaki po ang natutulong natin. Because of that, either small or big contribution yan, malaki ang effect po ng society. So, I just want to siguro leave a quote, my lifetime quote to, no? Ito ay from Scofield, no? Sabi doon, do not worry about the failure, worry about the chances that you will miss if you don't even try.
Wow.
So, everything will start in trying. If you don't, you will know, hindi mo makikita kung ikaw ay magsasucceed or mag-fail kung hindi mo magta-try. Tulad ito, di ba po? Hindi mo makikita na mag-volunteer ka, for example, na yung volunteer mo ay malaking impact kung hindi ka nagvo-volunteer, kung hindi ka sumasali sa mga volunteer work. It's something to do with your personal attempt or personal initiatives. That's why on behalf of DCYF and NU Dasmariñas, no, of course, the National University as a whole, we are very glad na we are also part of this momentous event, and we make sure na ang ating programa this coming November 30 will also be served, no. Expect na mag-enjoy po ang lahat. So ayun.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir M. And with that, maraming salamat po sa oras at pagkakataon yung binigay sa atin sa Kwentong Bayani. Maraming salamat, magandang umaga po.
Thank you, Em. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Can I promote lang, mabilis lang? Sorry.
Sige po,
Yes,
go ahead.
go.
In NU Dasmariñas po, we have 3 project po dito, initiatives. Yung isa po nasabi na, yung Project Impact. Ito po yung initiatives on microplastic, advocacy, capstones and technology. So kapag po may mga activity po kayo dyan online sa microplastic, we are open po to collaboration. So kapag may mga projects po kayo dyan, we can collaborate with you po. And also we have Project Unlad, or what we call Unified Neighboring Community through Livelihood Assistance and Development. So ibig sabihin, kapag may mga project po kayo about livelihood, NU Dasmariñas po can collaborate, no, with you po. So anything na makakatulong po sa livelihood program ng ating barangay or ng community. And last is Project Ningas po. Project Ningas, Nation Builders Initiatives in Nurturing the Growing Adapted School. So kami po nag-a-adapt ng mga school, mga need po ng school like training, to capacity building, beautification, etc. We can extend our services. So those are 3 initiatives po ni NU Dasmariñas.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank you so
much,
much,
Sir M.
Em.
Okay, more
Thank you
power.
so much.
Thank you. Kwentong Bayani.